Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today I wanted to talk about specifically travel vaccines because before I started planning my trip for the world tour that I'm about to go on, for those of you guys who do not know, Spencer and I are traveling throughout all of Europe and then traveling throughout Asia and then going back to Europe and living with my aunt who lives in Germany. So I'm gonna be gone for about a year, which is super exciting. I saved up all my money for the past 2 years working at Trader Joe's, and I'm very proud to be able to fund this trip on my own. I feel very proud and happy. Anyways, I probably watch about 100 different videos of YouTubers traveling and talking about tips and just ways that I could better prepare myself for this year travel trip. And not one has mentioned travel vaccines, which to me is very important because I don't want to get a severe illness or disease or something, or potentially spread it to somebody else in a rural city who doesn't have money to, get medical assistance. Not only do I want to protect myself in my traveling journey and protect myself from diseases and mosquitoes and all that kind of stuff, but I also want to make sure I'm conscious going into somebody else's city and hometown and country and just respect their culture and not give them my diseases because I didn't want to get a vaccine. And I know that there are a lot of anti-vaxxers out there right now. Personally, I think that's stupid, but anti-vaxxers think people who vaccine are stupid. So, it goes back and forth. It's just opinions, whatever. But for traveling, this is a serious thing. It's not just in America, you just don't get the flu shot. I spent about 2 weeks in a rural city, where most people probably don't even know what a vaccine is. They probably don't see doctors regularly. They don't go to the dentist regularly. It's just a completely different world and life out there. And if I'm a carrier of a disease because I chose not to get a vaccine because say it was too expensive, or I'm like, I'm a traveler and I want to save money, I could potentially affect and spread my disease to hundreds of people in that city and cause destruction, right? So I wanted to talk real talk about these travel vaccines, what they are, how expensive they are, and all that kind of stuff, because it's something I had no idea about. So let's go. So my primary care doctor recommended me to go to a travel clinic because most of your primary care doctor facilities, whatever, they will not have exotic vaccines like yellow fever. Especially yellow fever is a very limited vaccine, and it's not FDA approved right now, but it has been used throughout Europe for the past 30 plus years, and people get it and they're relatively good, but the side effects of yellow fever could be very detrimental, but that's only 3% or something. I don't even know. I'm not gonna spill facts because girl, I don't know. So I went to a consultation with a travel vaccine place. It is called Passport Health. It's in Orange County. You'll give them a list of the cities and areas that you're planning to stay at, and they'll give you a list of all the vaccines and which ones they heavily recommend you getting, right? And it's not even a guarantee that you're gonna get these illnesses, but it's just just insurance, it's insurance of your life and other people's lives. So of course nobody wants to pay insurance because say car insurance, it's well, if I don't crash, I don't need insurance. But it's but if you potentially do get in a crash, that insurance will help you out. It's the same kind of thing with with the travel vaccines and everything, because you might not get the disease, but it's insurance. So if you do end up potentially getting that disease, you're protected or something you understand what I mean? If you're at risk of that disease, it protects, you know what I mean? You get what I mean? You know how vaccines work. Anyways, you give them your information of what vaccines you've already had so they could scratch that off the list, And so the vaccines that I needed was cholera, I don't know if I say that right, I always mess up that, Japanese encephalitis, typhoid, and yellow fever. Those are the ones that I needed to get because I didn't have those in my body. Cholera, thank goodness, is a drink, so you just drink it. It's a small little Dixie cup. It tastes like a chalky sparkling water. Ugh, disgusting, right? And you're not supposed to eat anything or drink anything an hour before drinking it, and then once you drink it, you're not supposed to eat or drink an hour after. And dude, I had that after, that chalky nasty sparkling water aftertaste in my mouth for a good hour until I brushed my teeth, and it was like not fun. Okay, it was disgusting. So that one that I paid for that was $285. It's expensive, okay? Like, this is not fun. And then Japanese encephalitis, I was not able to obtain it because Japanese encephalitis, you need to get 2 different shots, and they have to be a week apart from each other for the accelerated shot, and I did not have enough time to get it, so I'm getting it in Germany so I could, because it needs to be the same brand of the vaccine. If it's different brands, it's not gonna be a good thing, right? So I'm gonna go to Germany, and my aunt's setting up an appointment with me so I could get the same exact brand of vaccine, and I'm gonna spend about a few weeks in Germany. So I'm gonna get it in the start of my trip, and then I'm gonna come back and get the second vaccine at the same place there. And that one, whew, that one's so expensive. It's $410 for each shot, so it's $820 altogether. Oh my god, so expensive. Japanese encephalitis is a major problem. It passes through mosquitoes, especially in Southeast Asia, which is where I'm going to be spending lots of my time. When I went to the Philippines, I had 60 plus bug bites, 60 plus mosquito bites specifically, and I got them all in the rural areas of the Philippines, and that is exactly how Japanese encephalitis spreads. It's throughout Southeast Asia mainly, and it spreads through mosquitoes in rural cities mainly. So Japanese encephalitis swells up the brain tissue and causes neurological damage, and that one I'm terrified of. Can't believe I didn't get it. I'm so grateful I didn't get it when I was in the Philippines, because I was head to toe covered in mosquito bites, and so I know that I'm a target to mosquitoes. So I want to make sure I'm super protected when I go to Southeast Asia this next time, because I don't want to take any risks, because that's freaking crazy, okay? The next shot I needed to get was typhoid, which there's 2 different types of typhoid. There's the oral, which you could take a pill, and the pills, you take one pill, and then you take a break, and then you take the next pill, you take the break the next day, and then you take the last pill, right? And so you need about like a week to finish the pill process, and the pills last 5 years and you're protected. But the vaccine, if you just want a little shot because you don't want to deal with pills and you don't have enough time, the shot only lasts 2 years. So if you're gonna, it's the same price for the pills and for the shot. It is $165, which is crazy expensive too. Not as crazy as JE, but you know. If I'm paying $165, I would rather have the inconvenience of taking pills because it lasts 5 years, instead of taking a shot that lasts only 2 years and having to repay $165 in the future. Yellow fever lasts about 10 years in your system, and they suggest after 10 years, if you're planning to go to kind of like a passport, like you need to renew it, so they suggest getting a booster after 10 years if you're going to a yellow fever area. But if not, then you should be good. Okay, it's like a lifetime shot. So the yellow fever is $279. So in total, with all the vaccines I got, I paid $729. Whew, I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. That is so expensive. So that was just for cholera, typhoid, and yellow fever. Now, once I get the Japanese encephalitis, hopefully I can get it in Germany and it's cheaper. But if not, it's typically $820. And so these vaccines will help to protect me for when I go throughout my travels. So again, I don't infect other people and I don't, you know, have the potential of getting a severe illness. I'm not really sure if travelers, they just don't know about travel vaccines, or they've heard of travel vaccines and they looked it up and they're like, oh wow, that's really expensive, I'm not going to get the vaccine. To me, that's very, very irresponsible, because before I was traveling, before I started planning traveling, I knew that like, hey, I should check out what vaccines I'll need to make sure, to ensure I'm the safest possible traveler I could be, right? Hardly any YouTube travelers talk about it. And I know YouTube isn't the best place to get advice and like real information, but usually like watching travel videos, like top 10 things to know before traveling and all that kind of stuff, nobody really mentioned travel vaccines. So I wanted to be the one to kind of like inform you guys, yes, get your travel vaccines, okay? Because it's super important. If you are traveling, please research travel clinics that do have yellow fever and that do carry Japanese encephalitis and all these other shots, and have a list of there's a website, I forgot the name of it, but I'll put it up here. This website, you could look up the regions that you're going in and the countries you're planning to travel in, and what shots you potentially might need, what shots you should get, and what shots only few travelers should look into. So if you're going to certain, like a few different countries, or just even one country, look up that country on that website and write it down, and then go to a travel clinic and say, hey, you know, I'm going to these places, I think I might need, give them the list of the vaccines that you looked up, and say like, can you let me know which ones that you think, like you recommend, so I could be better prepared. And they'll go through the list with you and they'll say like, oh yeah, I recommend this one, I don't, I do, I don't, whatever. For those of you guys who want the information, I went to Passport Health in Tustin, and I'll link their information below. It is a private company, so it is more expensive, but they're like on top of it, they'll schedule you in really soon. So if you didn't know that you needed travel vaccines and you're planning a trip within a month, I suggest going to somewhere like Passport Health that is a private company, because they'll book you in faster. But the cheaper places, you should book way far in advance, and the vaccines will be way cheaper. So I wish I really knew about travel vaccines far in advance. That's why I kind of want to post this video, so people could save money. If you have Kaiser, they cover almost every vaccine, so good for you guys who have Kaiser. That's freaking awesome. And then if you're in the military and stuff like that, I think their insurance companies or whatever, they cover all the travel vaccines and stuff like that, which go you guys, okay? Because I just had to spend like, I'm about to spend in total over $1,000 to ensure I'm like vaccinated. If you're going to 5-star hotels and all that kind of stuff, you know what? Who cares, right? Usually you won't be in yellow fever prone areas or malaria prone areas or typhoid prone areas if you're staying in 5-star resorts. But if you are a traveler who's trying to go to rural cities and who's trying to explore the hidden gems and like the secret spots and where the locals go, I think that's when you need to really think about travel vaccines. So if you're traveling, I just say try to be as responsible, educated, and informed as possible. Do your own research. Go to travel clinics, have discussions, talk to your doctors what's right for you, what vaccines you might potentially need, if you'll even need vaccines, you know, just try to be as educated as possible, because you don't want to spread anything or get infected because you didn't take the time to research, okay? It's something super important. Your health is always super important. Other people's health is super important. So just be an informed traveler, okay? But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope it educated you guys and informed you guys just a little bit on what travel vaccines are and the cost of it. And just talk to your insurance companies, see if they cover travel vaccines, talk to your doctors, and talk to the travel clinics, and make sure that you're as educated as possible and take accountability for your life and other people's lives when you're traveling, okay? So until next time, peace out, guys. Also, look at my OOTD, it's so cute. So I got this like striped potted flower button up from the thrift store. I just have it tied up here, and then I have some cute like Levi's. I feel like I look so freaking cute. Okay, but that's the end of the video. Bye. Oh yeah, also I forgot to say, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because I will be traveling throughout Europe for the next year, as well as Asia and as many places as I possibly can go. So subscribe if you like travel videos, okay? I'm still fighting a long, hard battle with my storage on my computer and my phone, so I haven't been able to post videos. I don't know if I'll even be able to post this one, but I try my hardest. But my cameras, phone, and computer just don't want me to be a YouTuber, okay? It's not my fault. I'm working tirelessly to fix this problem. Okay, but anyways, have a beautiful day. Okay, this is the last goodbye. Okay, love you guys. Bye.